So one of the main things that got people to want to do like things such as events, things like the collabs, like certain missions, is how beautiful the skins come out for Overwatch 2. Like different characters, from the regular color swaps to the epic ones, the legendaries, and now the mythic ones. And with that, I want to go ahead and try to list out my top 10 most favorite skins in Overwatch. In the comments below, let me know what is your favorite skin from Overwatch and why. But let's get it started. So starting off at number 10 is the snowman skin for Wrecking Ball. I love the way this skin looks. I love the way it's designed to be somewhat of a snowman. I would say like Frosty the Snowman, or Jack Frost from the horror movie. But if you see, like, it has that little festive Christmas look. I think of a lot of the skins. I know, like, you see, like, you have Krampus, Junkrat, and more, and like you have I believe Elf Tracer. I think this one sticks out the most. I think this one is the most adorable skin here, and especially with playing this, the guns being like, with little presents on the side. And I think with that, I think it's actually pretty cool that they have like all the way, like, a festive look for Wrecking Ball. And it's very, very cool, like how I said, that he's actually dressed up as Santa Claus. So I think when it comes to things like, the Christmas events and everything, I think this is probably one of the most festive skins that has come out yet. I could be wrong. A lot of people, have seen other skins for this, but this one right here is one of my absolute favorites when it comes to things like the Christmas event. Now for this exotic, I chose this skin, the A7000 War God. I love the way this skin looks. I love the actual, change where you have Anna right now in a look that is made for Null Sector, and you have all these types of designs for her, everything that you can edit. And I think, in my opinion, this is a really amazing skin, a robotic skin especially. I especially love the red purplish black look for it. And with this look, I really enjoy, how much they've added to the customization. My opinion on this is that I feel as if when it comes to like certain skins like mythics like this one, there could be a little more customization towards it. But when it comes to the color scheme, when it comes to things like, the actual way it's set, you can actually have the character customized from head to toe. I think this one is probably one of my favorites. But though I may not be an anime, I can actually say that she has a really good mythic skin that is definitely worth getting. So I think I may be a sucker for things like robotic skins, like the robotic look. I love the way this actually looks on Zarya. I love the armor plating. I love the color scheme. Like the basic pink color scheme, the pinkish color scheme that she has, and her hair sticks out like that. I think it's really cool, especially where it feels like an Iron Man mask. Like if you see, like, with like the gold plating and everything, and it makes it look like an Iron Man mask. I really like also the skin color for the skin design for the gun. It's really hard to tell the skin color because I have the gold gun with it. But things like this is such an amazing design for me, and I think really I need to see more skins like this for other characters like Mercy. Excuse me. And even characters, I would say more of a robotic look for characters like, I would say, probably like Roadhog, like real robotic-ish like type look, like like with a type of mask that looks like this. But I could be wrong. I could also be thinking of the other skin that Roadhog has with the cyber type look. But with this skin for Zarya, I enjoy wearing the skin most of the time, and I really think that this is a skin that needs like a color swap or a color change with it. And I think that would be absolutely amazing when you add that to the anniversary for Overwatch. So I would recommend like definitely giving a color swap to it. I think that would look absolutely amazing for this skin. So I want to go ahead and play Dynasty Warriors. I love Dynasty Warriors. I played Dynasty Warriors ever since I think like PS2. And because of this skin that Reaper has, it reminds me of one of the most annoying bosses in Dynasty Warriors. And I love the design with it. I love where they went with it. You know, with the gun design, the mask design, even the feathers on the top of the head. Especially where if you see like characters like Lubu from Dynasty Warriors, you see like the actual combed up sides of his hair. And I think they actually put a lot of detail into this, from the shoes to the side plating, even things such as the cloak. If you see the designs of the mist or that smoky look, I would have liked to see like that, what in, or that red or that darkish red. But I think this is absolutely one of the best skins for Reaper. Absolutely one of the best looking skins for Reaper. And you know, as I said, like these skins, like specifically, I would love to see like a color swap change to it, or like a chroma change for it. But you know, as I said, like this, most likely these skins have been old for a while. Especially you get this one on Chinese New Year, so I'm hoping that they can come up with something pretty close to this again in Chinese New Year. And you know, I would definitely go ahead and try to get it. But otherwise, this skin that Reaper has is absolutely one of my favorites. If I could choose a second skin for that, I would say the one that is second to it is around here, and I'm trying to look for it, and I hope that I can find it. The Chain King is secondary to it. I love this design as well. I know this is not even on my list, but I could choose. If I choose between that, it will be this or Lubu. But I'm gonna make Lubu on this one because the Chain King is I believe a skin that a lot of people cannot get yet, because it's a premium skin. But this is absolutely one of the most beautiful skins that I've seen as well, secondary to Lubu. But right now on this list is Lubu, and I really enjoy, you know, seeing this skin even in gameplay. Now, as much as I hate Lucio players and the fact that they can't deal with the fact that Lucio is a healer, just saying, I think Lucio's Gorgon skin is absolutely amazingly done. This is one of my favorite skins. I know it's just like a color change to his regular skin, but if you see things like, you know, the actual Gorgons, like the actual snakes in his hair, like especially how he looks like a Medusa type character, it kind of reminds me a little bit of I would say God of War mixed with a cyberpunk look, or a cybernetic look. And you know, I think in my opinion, like with the different shades of gray or the different shades of green here, yeah, like the dark gray at the, I say like a little bit of a dark gray, then it goes like to a higher shade and then a higher shade, and then you see all these different types of green, like the light green, the actual reptile skin green, and then you get a lighter green like in between the braids, with the snakes being like a regular I would say a regular spectrum green. I think this is amazing color palette towards his character. My thing is with this, as I said, like these skins could have a chance to be exotic. Like for instance, I think for this, I think they could have changed it where it could be, you know, green for snakes, and then in the process it could have changed it to like a red, fiery red, into a point where it's like his hair is on fire. But then it would have been towards another skin here, would have actually been the satyr skin. But for me, I really like the idea of where they went with the ancient Greece look and the color scheme on this, and this is gonna be actually labeled as one of my favorite skins on Lucio. I guess I've been playing a lot of like the old school God of War because, you know, I still have a major thing for not just the robotic looks, but like the goddish look from like ancient Greece. Especially how Ramatra looks amazing in this color scheme. Like, you would actually think he would be the king of Atlantis. And I think when this came out, especially during the time where I believe it was the Junker Queen exotic, or mythic, excuse me, mythic. I believe this is where you know, you get another type of skin for Ramatra, especially where his staff is, it looks amazing. It looks like a bent trident. You know, if you see, like, you have the trident on top right here and everything, and then you have like a little spear at the end, and then you have him with this bulky look where, you know, you see like the shells as his arm plating for his annihilation mode, and then you see the tentacles. Kind of reminds me of just like, not just the fact that it's Poseidon, but it's also the fact that, I don't know why, because of his hair and the tentacles in the back, I kind of get like the whole Little Mermaid Ursula thing. So that also kind of reminds me somewhat of a Disney thing, especially with the shell in the back here, of how amazing it looks with that shell in the back. This is definitely a well-designed, I would say a well-designed skin for that. And, you know, especially when you have the gold plating for his skin, it's absolutely amazing, and I'm really happy I actually was able to get this skin. So if you like gangster movies, like you know, like old school, like 1940s, 50s, from things like Godfather, then, you know, you would like, you know, these type of skins here. Especially me, the gangster, look for Ash. Absolutely amazing skin. Especially of how Bob looks. Bob looks like, you know, either one of like the hardworking 1950s construction guys, or ones in a factory, or even sometimes one of like those newsy kids where you actually have to sell the newspapers. But the way Ash looks with this armor, especially with the arm plating here, and how the gun absolutely looks in this game, of how well it's designed, how the whole entire thing sort of looks like, I would say, somewhat of a Tommy gun-ish look with the barrel, and then but you have like the little handle to help you aim a little more, because right there you see the Tommy gun has the little handle right there at the bottom, and then you see that I would say that circle barrel, a circle barrel clip. You see the round clip right there, and this is exactly why I like the skin for her gun. You got the sawed-off shotgun look here with it as well. You got even the dynamite, you know, like the stick of dynamite that, you know, that looked amazing. And then of course you got Bob, who is gold plated. If you see on his arms, he has like cards on there. So like you have the heart, you have the spade, you have the diamond, you have oh no, you just have you have a diamond, you have a, oh no, you do have a spade in the back. You have a spade in the back, and, you know, heart, diamond, and I'm looking for I would say like a club as well. Like, yeah, and it's even a pattern on his shirt. Now with this design, I just love where the gold ends with it when you unlock the gold skin, and the gold makes a major improvement to the skin. I think it complements the skin well, especially, and, you know, this is absolutely one of my favorite skins on Ash so far. Now we're gonna move on to our top 3, which is our top 3 favorite skins. So let's go ahead and move on to those top 3, and my absolute top 3 favorite of all time. Now, as I said, I've been having like a thing for ancient Greek mythology, and as I said, I have become like a major fan of Junker Queen when she first came out, especially where her skin is absolutely amazing. The Zeus skin, especially where it complements it, like, you know, Zeus, king of Olympus, and then Junker Queen, queen of Junkertown. and she has two different types of looks for it. Like, you know, one where it's just like the regular crown right there with like no body plating at the bottom, but then you switch it up. There's another one here, and there's a little more armor choices. Now with the gun itself, you could have one where it looks a little neonish, and the other one that has like a little bird on the end of it. But like there's also even the side plating where it's a bird, or you have the head of the Gorgon, which most likely would be an Omnix, and then you see like the Gorgon look, which represent Medusa. Now with the colors, of course, you got the regular, you know, the yellowish white look to represent Zeus, because you know Zeus always, you know, try to have like a yellowish thunderbolts to it. You also got a red and purplish look with it, and you know, it really complements with the purple and the red and the, I would say like the brownish or like the bronze type look. Now this one is absolutely amazing. I think where you see the color scheme, it kind of represents major things, like such as the king of the underworld, the king of Olympus, and the king of the sea. I think this gives more of like a compliment to Poseidon. So like for instance, you know, you got Zeus, king of Olympus. You got Hades, king of the underworld, where it's like a reddish or like a dark type look, which this is one of my favorite colors because I'm a big fan of red. Red is my favorite color. And you also got this one, which kind of represents Poseidon because of the colors of blue. Now I might be just reaching for that, but as I said, it looks absolutely amazing. Now if you see the guns, how it's complemented, as I said, like the gun actually looks like a bird here, or it actually looks like a regular shotgun with like a blade at the top of it, and then that, I would say the reload canister right at the bottom is more of a, I would say more of a like a container with lightning in it. So I could be wrong on that, if anything. Now it's the same thing with the dagger. You got yourself a regular gold dagger, or one that is like a lightning bolt with a handle, and then you got yourself an axe, which is another lightning bolt in like an axe type handle, gold with a nice plating on it. Especially with me, I like red. But you also got this one, which is also like a bird, like you see like a type of birdish look and everything. And I think people will see that because I think of the idea of when I think Zeus was represented as a bird at one point, and we're not talking about the swan. No, we know about the swan situation. Fuck that situation. But I think when it came to like I believe a white falcon, or even like I believe an eagle, it was a major representation of Zeus. So I think, in my opinion, this is literally one of the best skins in the game. It was an absolutely cool event and an absolutely cool battle pass, because you also get other amazing skins like the Ramatra Poseidon skin and the Lucio Gorgon skin. So I would like to say that this is probably one of the best skins that I've seen as a mythic. So this is literally my favorite skin for one of my tanks. Probably one, in my opinion, one of the best tanks for, a skin for a tank so far. But you know, I could be wrong. But with that, let's go ahead and continue on to the next one. Now, when you see the skin, I think two things. I think either of Lies of P, because of the fact of how some of the enemies are designed, or I think of iRobot, that movie with Will Smith. I love the way that Sombra looks with this skin. As a Sombra main, the gun is absolutely beautiful with the way it looks. The way Sombra is, you know, like a robotic type android type of character it looks, but actually she's like a marionette, so like a puppet, is pretty cool. Especially if you see with her design, you see like some type of like engraving, like a white engraving, or like even with her dress right there. And what's even cool, like of how her hair is still, you know, with the Sombra-ish look, you know, how like would like turn to the side purplish and with like a neonish color at the end. As I said, it reminds me of the, as I said, Liza P with some of the characters, and iRobot. And I've enjoyed this skin so much, especially how beautiful it looks. With Sombra as a Sombra main, this is one of my favorite skins from Sombra. It's this one, or it would have to be either augmented, or even things like Zhulong. And Zhulong was my second choice for that because of the fact that, you know, she's represented as a dragon here, like a cool little dragon look, and it represents the Shanghai dragons. And I chose Marionetta because of the fact that, as I said, it gave me those two flashbacks for, you know, like I said, like the video game and the movie. And with this, I think it's really cool of how it's designed, and I think especially with like how like it's so shiny of a look, and especially of how it's like, it feels like Sombra is actually a puppet, like in a sense, like you're moving her with like the actual wood piece with the strings. I think it's actually pretty cool. But with that, you know, it's really interesting, and I really like how it looks. As I said, it's just overall amazing of a look. I also think like somewhat of like, I don't know why, but like a Pinocchio thing, like a somewhat of a Pinocchio look. So I guess it gives me like that type of reminder. And you know, as I said, this is one of my favorite skins from Sombra so far. So I'm gonna go on to my favorite skin and my overall favorite skin of all time. And some of you are gonna absolutely be shocked because of the fact of how much shit I spoke about this character. So just hold on to your seats, or just put your seatbelt on and brace yourselves. Now, I know what you guys are saying. If you've seen my videos before, let me tell you this. I think Genji is overpowered. I don't think he takes as much skill as possible. I don't think he takes as much skill as people say. But, you know, as I said, that's opinionated. That's all that's what I believe about Genji. As I said, I don't think he's that difficult of a character to play. That being said, now with me not being biased on this, I think by far this is the most beautiful skin I have ever seen in a character. Simply because of this. As you can see, you got the dragon, the Yakuza look on the sides, especially you got it from each tattoo on each arm. Even things like the mask is absolutely amazing, where it looks like a demon mask. And from things like the sword design, even at the bottom of the shoes, where it looks like he's wearing sandals. And then you got, you know, things like the combat pants, the swords, everything with it. And things like even the shurikens, of how beautiful they look, the nice reddish outlining with blue look here, the sword and how amazing it looks right there with the nice reddish blade. Kind of reminds me of Sam's sword from Metal Gear Rising, but it's so beautiful of a actual sword, especially with the ring at the ending of it. It is definitely a sword that is beautiful with the nice little brownish handle to it. Now, with this, you can also change up the way he looks, and the options do not lack. As you can see, you could turn him into like a greenish black purple look. And I don't know what it is, but when I see these colors, I think of I don't know if you guys have been a fan of things like Teen Titans, but of someone called Brush Shogun. And he had like all these type of characters from, there were pink, gray, there were blue, and then there were yellow, and then there were like all these type of neonish type colors, and it was absolutely beautiful. Especially with the mask right here, you got the demon dog type of mask here. You also got some type of cybernetic mask with a nice cool Japanese symbol on it. This kind of also reminds me here of I would say of Gray Fox from Metal Gear. Now with the design, you also could change the tattoos with the same logo that it has, and this like nice little, I would like pattern on it, especially where you got one right here with this hexagonal look. And it kind of makes me think of like Cyberpunk 2077, where you can actually get some type of tattoos for it. And the color schemes are so beautiful, from the red and the blue, from I would say this neonish aqua bluish green to a purple, to this nice little brownish, dark green, neon green, and black look. And even from the swords, where you could change the shurikens again with this look here, and then you got this sword which is like sheathed in with the old school, like I would say like somewhat of another style, another Japanese style sword, where it's like, you know, like a cane, like a walking stick, and it looked more like a walking stick, and then you could just pull it out as a sword. I think it's absolutely amazing with his look. I think with design, with like, you know, how everything is changed for him, especially where his pants right there, if you see, like there's like it's like a grayish, then it's like a purplish, and it has like a camo type look, like it has like an actual camouflage type look for like war. And this is probably one of the most beautiful skins I've ever seen, one of the most best designed skins I've ever seen. I enjoyed this skin absolutely. I love this skin with a passion. I think, in my opinion, I would love to see more color schemes for this skin. I think this color scheme should be a thing. But with that, you know, that's my number one favorite skin. This is the skin, in my opinion, that is absolutely the best. And you know, I don't sleep on this skin. I absolutely use this skin. It was either this or two other choices that I was going to go ahead and choose for this. I was going to choose the demon or Oni. The reason why I chose the demon or Oni, because it actually looks like a ninja style with it. Like, this actually looks like what a ninja design will look, especially with the demon and the Oni here. The Oni has the white mask with the red and the black, and this one has the red mask with the white and the gold, and it complements itself so amazingly, especially with the design of the shurikens and also the design of the sword. And then my third choice was going to be Genji Man or Sentai. Now, reason why Genji Man and Sentai were a choice for me, because it reminds me of Super Sentai or Power Rangers. This reminds me of Jason as the Red Power Ranger, the Triceratops, and of course this reminded me of Jason David Frank or Tommy, the Dragon Zord Power Ranger. You know, may he rest in peace. And with that, it brought back so much nostalgic look for Power Rangers, especially this skin here is very sentimental to me, because Jason David Frank was one of my heroes. And with that, it shows that, like, you know, they use Genji to go ahead and represent probably one of the best characters out there and one of the best heroes out there, especially where you see Genji Man and then you think Power Rangers, or you think Super Sentai, or you think of Kamen Riders. And it's very amazing that, you know, that Genji has these choices and these skins, and it's absolutely why I enjoy his design like to a major extent. Like, I like, especially with this one being the start off, where this was the first battle pass exotic skin, or the mythic skin. I keep on saying exotic, but excuse me, mythic skin. I think this is probably the best skin so far. I have not seen a skin that trumps this, in my opinion, but this is absolutely one of the best skins in the game so far. So in the comments, I want you guys to go ahead and comment what your favorite skin and why it is your favorite skin for any Overwatch character. I think this game is absolutely amazing when it comes to certain skins. I think there are certain skins that are a little bit overpriced and are, in my opinion, not too crazy or not too insane. So I might have to do my top 10 worst skins in Overwatch. Might have to do that for you guys. But with this, I want to go ahead and hear from you guys, your opinion. What is your favorite Overwatch skin to wear and why? So with that, thank you guys for watching. Definitely subscribe to the EHG community. Definitely turn on notifications for when we get new streams and new videos set out. If you join us on our Facebook group or Discord channel, make sure to go ahead and check out our merchandise and support us on Patreon, where right now on our merchandise in teespring.com, we have 50% off your whole entire order for EHG merch. And if you use the code on the website, it will go ahead and give you 50% off that whole purchase until December 31st. So with that, thank you guys for watching. This is Nico from the EHG community. Stay tuned for another video, and remember that there's always something amazing on the horizon.